Hello, everyone. Welcome to Developing Palates. I am Aaron Loomis. With me today is Jiunn and John McTavish. How you guys doing?
It is Monday, May the 212th. I'm doing well. Thank you.
Nice. So today we are talking about the Quorum Maduro Toro. Cigar is 6-inch by 50 ring gauge. Comes out of the J.C. Newman Pinza factory in Nicaragua. The wrapper is Sumatra Sun-Grown. Binder is Connecticut Broadleaf. The filler is from Nicaragua. Price point is $2.80, and the cigar was originally released in 2015. So with all that out of the way, June, what was your overall experience like with this cigar?
Um, I rated overall average, but I rated the first third to be good. Just because, when I first started smoking a cigar, and I was like, dang, this is actually way better than like a $3 cigar would typically give off in terms of flavors or like set of flavors. So like it's very milk chocolatey, very nutty, a little bit of like cedar, aged cedar kind of coming through. Very little spice until you actually retrohale it. But as the cigar kind of went through, like those flavors got, it's almost like it got too much of the same thing, and it was very like monotonous. But I think overall, when I think about a $3 cigar, like short mixed filler type of cigar, I think it's hard to beat something like this. But then again, if I were to think about, is it just a good cigar? Like I don't care whether it's mixed filler or infused or whatever. Then to that extent, I think it's more of an average cigar. Yeah.
All right, John, what were your thoughts on this one?
Yeah, I mean it was an overall average cigar, and like June, I scored the first third good because the first third was good, and I think of everybody on the show, I'm sure I've smoked the most of these by a factor of like 50 because they're kind of a I mean, they're a budget cigar, which makes them perfect for the Canadian market. So they sell like gangbusters up here. And to be honest, and I've said this, way prior to reviewing the cigar, I don't know that you can get a better cigar flavor wise at that price point. And,
Hmm.
I smoke a lot of premium cigars, and this is one of the few cigars that I would say reaches almost a premium level at a sub premium price point. So this is not a cigar I would feel bad about giving to a new smoker because I feel like it would give them a bunch of different flavor profiles to pick from. It's not particularly strong. Now, granted, the last third for me was pretty subpar. It was really charred earth and kind of a lot of bitterness and stuff. But that's to be expected of a cigar at that price point. I think. I mean, it's miraculous they can get this much flavor out of a cigar that inexpensive, frankly. And what's hilarious about this is the construction was, pretty fantastic. So, like, there's cigars that we review that are 15, $20 that have worse construction. So, I mean, what more do you want for, what is it, 290?
280.
Ah, get out of here for 280. Come on. Get out of here, Aaron.
Yeah.
That's MSRP.
That's
Yeah.
MSRP, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I thought the cigar started with an average flavor profile, but by the second, third, when the char joined in, it kind of dropped to subpar and kind of maintained that level the rest of the way. Um, for a sub $3 cigar, this is kind of what you can expect. It's you're going to get an average to slightly below average flavor profile. But the great construction really helps. I mean, there's nothing worse than a cigar that doesn't taste good, but also is like
Cracks or
just like
unravels or,
a horrible thing to smoke. So,
yeah.
if you're okay with this profile at this price point, you get this good construction, it makes it a little bit more passable for you. So, I think this is the very definition of a yard gar. Something that if you want to puff on while you're doing something else that you don't really have to focus on. Um, the only issue I kind of noticed with it was the ash was a bit flaky. So, if you're not paying attention to what's going on, you can get stuff all over the place. But this is not the typical kind of cigar that I would, gravitate towards. But, I think there's always a time and a place for it. So if you were the one cigar smoker in a group of guys that wanted to smoke cigars, this is the cigar you would give them because it's not going to cost you a lot of money to do it. And if it gets pitched early, they got the best part of it anyway, and then that's that. So,
And it's not going to put them off cigars for the rest of their life.
right, exactly,
Yeah,
exactly.
that's
Because
a
they're
good
not going
point.
to have an issue with the cigar burning or drawing or anything like that. So it's a
Mhm.
good experience. All right, we'll get into the scores. Start at the top with Jiunn at 6 even. John gave it a 5.45, and I gave it a 4.58. So Jiunn 6 even.
6 even is basically my classic average cigar tasting profile with really good construction. So, and that's exactly what it was. You know, I actually I don't. Do you guys believe in yard guards? Are you guys in that camp, or you're more the like?
I
If I want
mean,
to have a cigar, I want to enjoy it
if
and not just be emotion.
I think there's a time and place. If you're doing gardening or you're mowing the lawn, you don't want to be smoking a $20 cigar because you're not going to be able to focus on it. So, like, I do think there's a time and place for a yard gar. I think that I would smoke yard gars if I had a yard to tend. Yeah. There you go.
You know what? So I was just gonna say, especially when it gets really hot here, you know that the plants need a little bit more water than like what the drip lines could typically offer. So I actually really love watering the plants in the backyard, but having a really good cigar because watering plants is so fucking boring because you literally just stay in front of it and you just put the motherfucking hose on it. So I love smoking a good flavorful cigar while I do that. So to that extent, I guess I don't really believe in that concept.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I guess I would say that would be fine. My only issue, I have two issues. I cannot smoke a cigar when I can't take it out of my mouth. I just hate the
Yes.
fact of the
Yeah.
smoke in my eyes and the heat.
Yep.
Sometimes I just
You
can't
need
do
you
it.
need to go down in country where you've got a cigar in your mouth for like 14 hours out of the day, and you
Can't do
get
it.
over that pretty quick.
John,
I
you
wouldn't
do
be that
that.
guy.
You do a good job of like holding it and then like
But that's
still doing
but that's
whatever.
practice, man. Because like I would say the first couple trips I took where like it was just constant cigar smoking. Man, I was choking and like I was like, I don't know how dudes do this, and then you just kind of get over that hurdle. I don't know, like you learn.
And the other issue I would say is, and I think all three of us would fall into this boat, but we're in kind of a different category than maybe a lot of smokers, is that with the number of cigars that we have, your yard gar is not this cigar. Your yard
No.
gar is a cigar 3 times this price, right?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
so,
Yeah.
but you know, there's people that don't have that kind of that size of a collection. You know, they may only have a 20 count humidor. This might be their yard gar. So, and you know, I'm sure there's lots of people that have this that fit into that. So, there's
That's
nothing
a great
wrong. There's
point.
nothing wrong with that. It just depends on how frequently you smoke, how many you keep at a time, all that kind of stuff plays into it.
Yeah. I think sometimes I forget that we're a part of media, and being a part of media, we get access to a lot of good stuff.
Jiunn, even before you were the media, even before you were in media, tell me that you already didn't have a backlog of cigars that would have been premium yard cars.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
The media part doesn't necessarily play into it. It might help in some of the selections, but we all had problems before we got into the media, right?
Yeah. And it's interesting because when I think about I'm sorry, I don't mean to go out with a tangent, but when I think about like whiskey though, right?
Yeah.
There's absolutely nothing wrong with finding a fantastic, like, I don't know, $20 bottle of like bourbon, because there's some out there and it's absolutely amazing.
Is there a such thing as a yard whiskey though?
No, you
just don't. You just pour that shit out, right?
No.
Yeah, true.
I would agree with
Yard
you,
whiskey.
All right.
Okay.
So did we get to your score of 5.45, John?
Not at all. No,
okay, go
we
for
just
it.
went on a tangent.
You're on.
Yeah, so I mean, like that's like I think people are gonna look at that score and they'll be like, "Oh, you trashed it," but like honestly, I can't remember the last time a value cigar scored into the fives because value cigars should not score into the five. I mean, the trade-off of getting the price down to that point is you have to make decisions on tobacco, which ultimately influence the flavor. So like I said, the fact that they can get a cigar that tastes this good at that price point is absolutely remarkable. And the fact that construction stands up to that is double fantastic. So I think they should be very proud of this cigar, and I think that B&M should carry this cigar and proudly offer it to new smokers and guys who are looking to smoke on a budget. There's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, I mean, you've scored cigars that are 4 times as much lower than this.
Yeah, true fact, 100%.
Yeah.
So my 4.58 matches up well. It was below average flavor profile, but it had a great construction considering that mid fours. I might smoke one of these on occasion, but it's really not going to be something I come back to. But doesn't mean that it's not a good fit for the people that they like to smoke a lot. They don't have a lot of money to spend on cigars. This kind of fits a good spot for them, so it'll work out. So
Try a Quorum today.
yep, there you go. And if you don't like the Maduro, get the natural. Right there you go.
Yeah.
All right, if you're just catching this video on YouTube, be sure to subscribe to us. We'll also check out the full written review on the website, developmentpalates.com. Follow us on all the social media channels, and you can catch all of our review recaps on podcasts, so iTunes, Google Play, and Podbean. Thank you for tuning in. We will catch you on the next one.